This week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed. That's get-blitz.com. Get Blitz Let's Aid is nano-infused THC syrup, and it is a premium cannabis-infused syrup formulated with nanotechnology for fast-acting effects. And you can get 15% off your order when you head to get-blitz.com and use promo code RVD. Get 15% off. Head to get-blitz.com, promo code RVD, 15% off. It's one of a kind, baby.
Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! I'm Rob Van Dam. The whole show.
Hey, what's up? It's Dominic D'Angelo. I'm of several outlets. I'm a dirt sheet writer, and it is a Friday, and we are here with a one-of-a-kind kind of person. It is Rob Van Dam. Rob, how are you, man?
Hey, just call me Mr. Friday Night. I think I've been called that before.
Mr.
I've been called a lot of things.
Every damn day of the week. How about that?
How about that?
I like it.
Do you know when I left WWE, when I, parted ways, when I left to have my sabbatical way back in 2007 or whatever it was, eventually they sent me a list because of all these copyrights that were expiring, like all over the world and stuff. And I could, if I wanted to, retain them, and pay on my own, then I could save for licensing rights and stuff. But part of that conversation was the monikers and splitting up. Like, did we talk about that before?
A little bit, yeah. I think they have the rights to whole damn show, right?
That's what it was. Yeah. I own the whole effing show. Yeah, and then I think I own Mr. Monday Night. They own Mr. Tuesday Night.
What?
Didn't really stick, but for a while when SmackDown was on, maybe it was Mr. Thursday Night. I think it was that. I think it moved to Thursdays for a while when I was there, and they started calling it that, but didn't stick as well. But
what about Mr. Pay-Per-View? Do you own Mr. Pay-Per-View?
I do. I do. Anything that I created before I went there.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. Now, trying to think if there was another thing anything that they said about you. What about the educated feet?
Yeah, well, I would have to look it up. I don't know exactly what, one of a kind. I don't know. Can anybody own one of a kind though? I mean, that's kind of out there. Everyone calls themselves
kind of like a cliche term too, like a certain.
Yeah, that might be one of those things that's just under the public domain, so you can't own it.
I can't wait till the Wizard of Oz is supposed to go under public domain at some point here. I don't know though. I think they renewed it. I want. Do you see all those weird horror movies they make out of like everything once it releases a public, like Winnie the Pooh? They made like a Winnie the Pooh slasher film or some shit.
No, I only know about the Day of the Dead. One of the zombie movies anyway. But that stuff is interesting, though.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we're live, folks, and we got a lot of regulars in the chat here, from Maddie to Triple E to Candido Fan to we got some other folks in here too joining in on it. So if you guys have some questions, be sure to ask them. It helps to use the super chat so I can keep my papers peeled and see what people are saying. But we always try to keep our eyes open for some good questions.
If you have Sabu back on too, Sabu got cut off. He had a bad cell reception or whatever, and he never got to share his experiences with the crime family.
Right, that, and then we were going to talk about his perspective of you guys getting pulled over and all that.
Right, yeah, we got to have him back on.
Got to have him back on. What a cliffhanger though, because we're like. You're like telling the whole story and going into detail, and Sabu looks like really intense and like interested in the story. And then you're like, "Hey, did we go to an ATM?" And he's just like still sitting there.
Yeah.
So yes, tune into that, guys. Yeah, it was great stuff. You can check that episode out now. So I got some clips up too on rvdtv.com where we're live on right now, live on Rob's YouTube channel.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe, get the word out, comment. That always helps with the algorithm. Also, sign up for Only Wrestlers, right above me, onlywrestlers.com. You can go there and get in on the fun of doing the fan voting stuff for matches, and then seeing what that show is going to happen on March 20th. Streams live on there, but if you're in the LA area, you can go to the event too. So pretty exciting stuff.
Yes, sir. That's right. And anybody that's a paid subscriber gets to watch it. So you can buy a ticket for $6.95 and watch streaming, or you can subscribe to somebody that's on the show. Boom, you get to watch. And everyone's subscription was dropped to match the $6.95 buy-in rate for the streaming for a cool little promotional adventure we're having. So take advantage, yo. Check it out. Lots of stars. It's gonna be fun.
Ooh, this is a fun poll you have up right now too. I just went to onlywrestlers.com, and it wants you to vote, guys. Which city should Only Wrestlers pick to host the second live event? And you guys got some good names on. Yeah, you guys got some good cities on there. Philly, Chicago, Nashville, Vegas, Phoenix, LA again, Houston, and Atlanta. So those are big wrestling cities there. Holy smokes.
And also coming here to Las Vegas, March 6th is JCW.
Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be wrestling on it.
Are you? Hell yeah. Is this going to be your first match for JCW then, Katie?
It is. Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Do you know who your opponent is yet? Or is
Danielle. What's her last name?
The neon blonde.
Oh, nice. Okay. Is it Danny Moe? Is that her name?
Danny Moe.
Yeah.
Danny Moe, that's it. Yeah. Pittsburgh area, I think.
Oh, I don't know if you say so.
We see him everywhere.
Yeah, we see him everywhere, so I don't know where they're from. But.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember. Facade, I think he's based out of Pittsburgh originally or something.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
I'm sure they stay together.
Yeah. I'll be wrestling.
Hell yeah. Exciting. March 6th.
Yeah.
I'll have to get some advertising.
Coming up next week.
Yeah. Wow, that is next week. I forget today's the last day of February.
Last day of February. Yeah.
Hey, Rob, before we dive into stuff, I did want to just ask you straight out. Gene Hackman passed away. Were you a fan of his? 95 years old. He did some good movies and everything like that, but wanted to see
Gene Hackman?
Gene Hackman, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I was a fan of his. Yeah, that's sad to know. I guess I didn't know for sure that he was even still alive, but I definitely have seen him in a ton of movies, and he's brought a lot of characters to life for us. So, that's condolences to anyone that's affected by that. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. He was 95 years old, so he lived a hell of a life. But his wife was found dead with him. I think she was only 63 or 67, and then one of their dogs were dead too with him. So they say, so the initial reports that there was no foul play involved or anything like that, anything suspicious. But then the only thing I could think of is like carbon monoxide or something like that, where it's, there's something like that kind of happened. So, but I think they're looking into it a little bit more. So we'll see how it all comes out. But man, yeah, crazy stuff. I love Gene Hackman. He's great act, French Connection, so many different movies you can name that he's been in.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah. Well, we got some good questions in here. Let's see what we can start off with. All right, here's an interesting one. Frankie always asks some good questions here. Rob doesn't play favorites, but I think we can kind of tailor this to make it happen here a little bit. Some of your all-time favorite wrestlers to watch in regards to see them perform in anything. Anybody stand out to you that you like, hey, this is always a fun match to check out or a fun person to watch in the ring?
By the way, I'm gonna be puffing on this. Hope nobody minds, but I feel like smoking
it up.
They do when I'm doing these interviews. I guess sometimes I like to revisit the past. Watch, say, The Ultimate Warrior and revisit discovering him and the emotions that he brought out. You know, I guess there's no one really specific. I mean, if it's like a really interesting matchup, it'll be interesting to see what they do. You know, we got Chris Masters and Brian Cage in the ring together, and I'm thinking like, man, I wonder what they're gonna do. They're obviously two strong men, probably gonna do the test of strength. I don't know, but I mean, it's kind of intriguing, and you know, sometimes there's intrigue like that. But I don't have like a list of wrestlers, and I don't say, "Ooh, so and so's on tonight." Although sometimes, you know, like if it's a friend of mine, and we catch a little hype maybe online about it, like so and so had a good match, you know, then I might be like, oh, I want to try and look for that, you know. But that's about the best I can answer that one.
Okay, yeah, nobody super like stands out. It's just, yeah, I'm sure too. Just being in the ring, you're kind of focused on the work you're doing and how you kind of complement with other people and stuff like that too. You know,
I like to watch my friends the most.
Yeah,
cooler. Like if I know them and who they are, like outside of the ring, to me makes it more entertaining to see what they do in the ring.
Yeah, is there somebody that you can name that you really stands out to you? One of your friends wise?
Oh gosh. Who do I talk about the most?
Right, it's a hard one to answer.
I know because I have a lot of friends, and yeah, what brand? Maybe make it more specific. I could choose.
Let's go with let's just go with WWE. Is there anybody WWE you like watching?
On Main or NXT?
That's good. Ooh, good one. Main.
On Main, Chelsea Green's my friend that I like watching.
Nice.
She's entertaining, and I started my career with her on a India tour.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, she's good. She's very good.
Yeah, and she's inspiring because she had so many obstacles that got in her way, and she just loves wrestling, and you could tell that she does to keep going after. Like, for example, in India, she was taking a tilt-a-whirl head scissors and broke her collarbone. Oh. And she had to get a helicopter to take her from the arena to the hospital.
Man.
And she was all alone during this and had to have emergency surgery. And then when she woke up, people that worked in the hospital were taking selfies with her.
Whoa, seriously?
Like, even like conscious, yeah, like how violating. And then when she came back to like missed the whole tour, and everyone had so much fun because we were like staying on a safari, and the shows had like 70,000 people, so everybody was so excited about it. And she missed the whole thing, and then she was like laughing and having fun and in good spirits. So,
man, yeah. Oh, holy! And then she got really hurt too in WWE a couple of times.
Yeah.
She had the carpet pulled out from underneath her several times.
Yeah.
Her and her Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
We respect the hustle.
Yeah, we do.
You know,
it's crazy too how much Matt really hustles too. Everything that he can, like, he knows how to promote and market everything, and it's just like really, really good stuff. And it's wild to think too. It's like, you know, and he'll try to give tips online to a lot of wrestlers and stuff like that. He'll like do little videos and be like, "This is what you got to do, and tell everybody." And some people heed their advice, obviously, but others don't. It's pretty wild. It's like,
I saw him doing a seminar too.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Advice and good advice.
Very good advice, absolutely. So there you go, Frankie. There's your question. Thanks to Ricky Jordan. He just donated $2 to us. So thanks, Ricky.
Ricky.
You can let us know. Let's see, we got 5 super chats already in here. So Maddie's just commenting, Sabu freeze frame joint rolling. Oh, do you have joint rolling tips, guys? Any joint rolling tips for Maddie?
I don't ever roll.
No.
I'm the passenger princess smoker. Not in the car. I just mean, you know.
Yeah. Metaphorically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
No, you can't. I wouldn't do it like a contest or anything like that. People can roll a lot faster than me and whatever. Just make sure it's ground up enough, you know, like at an amateur level, they don't even know that. Like when I first started smoking with other green smokers, they would put stems, seeds, big pieces of bud in there, and that fucks everything up. You have to grind it up nice, and so that it will, so that it can all, squeeze in and take the shape of the joint. And I have to put in my filter afterwards. I got huge fingers, and I take when I put the weed in there, I take a pencil and I flatten it out, and then I space the middle a little bit because it always falls in towards the middle. And then when I roll it up, I get like this. And then I got to put the filter in. Over the years, I've had several people watching me do that are just smoking with me that always ask, why don't I roll it with the filter in it and roll it up with that? But I've never done that, and I can't imagine how that would work out. Because one thumb would have to be on the filter and then the other thumb would have to be on the weed. It doesn't seem like it would require consistent pressure because the fine ground up weed is not going to feel like a piece of cardboard. So I don't know, but anyway, I don't love it, but it's worth it. I love it. Like when D will have roll everything for me, and I love it when I look in my bag and it's pre-rolled.
Yeah, you can't beat that a bit.
Right. It'd be like waking up in the morning and thinking, oh God, I gotta shower and get dressed and brush my teeth, do my hair, and you open up the door, boom, you're already done. Like, sweet. I don't have to do all that. I can just go right to the next and enjoy it.
Right.
I'm having some breakfast.
I'm gonna have some breakfast. Yeah, so Dee's pretty good at it, right? She's doing that. Yeah,
I taught her how to roll. She rolls pretty much almost just like I do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So this, I know, Mijin, this is not, you're not trolling Rob, but this is a pretty troll question just on the surface of it all. So here it is, Rob. You ready? Does RVD have a favorite music album?
The wrestling album, Pile Driver.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good question.
Coco Beware singing Pile Driver.
There you go. I like it.
Jimmy Hart with Girls in Cars.
Jimmy Hart, though, he was in a band and stuff.
Yeah, he is Mr. Music.
Okay.
Mr. Music. Yes. He knows all the oldie kind of stuff. I think he hung out with the Beach Boys and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I believe he's the one that brought the producer in to make that album.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Heck yeah.
But you remember Land of a Thousand Dances? They're all like, if you only knew what I'm gonna do to you. If we running out of here as fast as 2 feet could carry you. I ran out of air, but your destiny belongs to me. Ooh, man, I just saw that video. There's another one that was I don't know if that was a parody of it, but a bunch of real singers did one called "We Are the World."
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I just found out, I think I saw it on Instagram the other day, but Prince doesn't sing in the whole thing. He's standing there sucking on a lollipop. Oh, you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, lollipop while everyone else is singing. It's so
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, because he wanted to do his own thing and be his own instead of as a group. I was like, that is so you. You should have did that when you did the WWE sing-alongs.
Right, which was the Survivor Series commercial. We had to sing to
it's
the West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so did you see too, Bob? It's always a meme now, is Bob Dylan doing the "We Are the World" thing. He is so checked out of it. He's just going through the motions, so people use that as a meme all the time.
Yeah,
that's great.
And then there was "We Are the Worms." I don't know if you ever heard that, but that's what they played on the radio afterwards. "We are the worms out on the pavement, and when we hear a squish, we look around to see where Cousin Dave went." I probably still know all the words to it. I thought it was funny when I was a kid.
Yeah,
but I wonder what the real deal is with Prince, though. I bet he wasn't getting paid to sing, so he didn't want to do it or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah.
He won like an award too, where I think it was like the top black artist or something like that. He won, and literally he had like I think he had his white bodyguard come up and grab the No, he went up there and just took it and just said thank you, and then just like walked out. He did not care about some of the awards he would receive.
What a character!
Yeah, as a character.
Yeah.
Or like he said he wasn't getting paid and he stayed there on business.
Yeah, I want to look that up now because I found that very interesting.
Yeah.
That's how I was in music class in school when everyone was singing. I'd be like,
lip sync.
Yeah, try.
There's another great clip too of the Mamas and the Papas on Ed Sullivan, and I can't remember the girl's name in the band, but she literally just to troll everybody, she like took a bite of a banana while the song's going on, and she's supposed to be singing, so she just yeah.
Kayfabe.
Yeah, funny stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we got another question here from Ricky Jordan. This is an interesting one. He said,
"It sounds like a America's Got Talent magic trick."
Right.
And then I while she's still singing.
Well, she still thinks that does sound like it.
They'll do that. They'll drink water, gulp, and they're still going, still
singing. Yeah. Ricky asked us, talk to us about cannabis use in Japan in the 90s when you wrestled in Japan, and what's the best places to smoke overseas?
We were in Japan just a couple years ago, and it already like was a huge deal. Like weed was still a really big deal there because people were freaking out that Rob posted something while he was in Japan. Like, take it down now, please.
Really?
Yeah, it's big trouble in Japan. So they don't like it. It's not common. You know, American wrestlers will stand out in the open and smoke on the streets, but when you do, everyone's like, "Oh no! Oh, that's not okay. You know, please, no." They get like they really freak out over it. And last time I posted that just a picture, I guess, because I had a whole bunch of doobies all rolled up that someone gave me, and I just said, I think I thanked them or whatever, and then we were underneath the arena, and I filmed on there. Said, we just were smoking. This is a cool smoking spot we found or whatever. And man, we had so many people reaching out to us saying, so and so's trying to get a hold of you. You know, like, so you know, our Japanese friend. He'd be upset if I gave you his name right now. So I won't do it. But I finally, I called him or texted him. Please take that down. I was like, all right, no problem, dude. Really? Like, who's gonna see that anyway? But okay. But yeah, in the 90s. Well, the weed didn't used to be very good that we would get out there, but it was weed, and so we could get hash, which was much better, and it was the same price basically. Mm-hmm. And the hash would usually be like black, like a brick, like a Hershey bar of it, and we would usually take a can and poke a whole bunch of holes in it with a pen and smoke it out of the can with the hash on top. Once in a while, we would get weed, and it would kind of be. It would be a treat, especially if it was given to us. You know what I mean, as a gift. But that was popular to do, and I stuck to that while a lot of the other boys were doing coke. Ice. I don't even know what the fuck. Lord. Yeah, what is it? I don't know what it is.
I think it's crack.
That's what I was thinking too. I think it's crack.
One night, all the guys were so excited about having ice, and I just had the hash, and I was hanging out with all of them, staying up, just smoking my hash and feeling like really mellow and looking at it and being like, man, these guys are fucking nuts, and they're all
tweaking.
Gary Albright, he's not around anymore. I don't mind mentioning. He would every few minutes he'd go up and look out the key the what do you call it? Keyhole? Not keyhole.
People.
The people. He kept going out there looking in the hallway because he thought that he was hearing something or that somebody was spying on him or whatever, and then go look out the window and it was like late at night and dark. It wasn't like you could see anything out the window, and we're way up on a high floor anyway. But they but I didn't get into that. I would just smoke my weed or hash, and hash is like also a form of cannabis. It's like it comes from cannabis. It's a concentrated amount, kind of like now, like all the extracts that everyone's smoking, like with when you do dabs, or even in the pens or whatever. It's all relative now, but we didn't used to have all the extracts. What we had was just hashish, which was basically almost the same thing as the extracts now, because all the crystals and the good parts of the bud would be collected and compressed and put together, and it'd be like a stronger smoke, and also a higher charge too if you get caught with it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone said, old people said that ice is meth.
Yeah, ice is meth. I just Googled it too. Crystal meth.
Damn.
When they were paranoid, staring out the window.
Yeah.
That would be weird. Like, that's like such a different energy to be around.
Yeah.
For a stoner.
It was. I totally didn't belong with all those guys anyway, but I could feel comfortable if I was smoking, and that was my little piece of comfort in a crazy circus world. That's what it felt like.
Rob, when you first started smoking and stuff like that, did you get like paranoid and stuff like that? Did that happen to you, or did that not really ever affect you in any way?
No, I remember the very first time that I smoked. I remember feeling paranoid, and I've told this story several times. It was my 21st birthday in Jamaica. We were on a wrestling trip, and all the guys were excited about the ganja, and except me. But one time I was in the cabana where a bunch of the guys were, and they were smoking it and passing it around, and they insisted that I hit it, and applied the peer pressure. Jimmy Backlund, Mark Starr, Coconut Kid, mostly Jimmy Backlund. I was like, hit it, you fucking prima donna. It's not gonna kill you. Hit it. We all hit it. Fucking hit it. And I might have got away with letting it pass by me once or twice, but eventually I gave in and hit it. And then I think I hit it one more time when it came around, and I was very paranoid. I was so uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable anyway because I'm super young, green,
Right,
shy, introvert, and here they are. They all think I'm a prima donna, and I was, and getting special treatment, getting a push, getting the love from the fans, everything. They were always jealous of that. That's part of the business. But I remember that time in Jamaica, I hit it like twice only, and then I was waiting for like my food to come or something, and I just remember being like, "Whoa, I'm staring at the fucking wall." And I was like, why am I staring at the wall? Why don't I fucking turn my eyes off it? And I was thinking, fuck, people are gonna make fun of me right now. Like, they're all gonna notice that I'm staring at the wall. I was like, fuck. And I remember Slaker being like, "You all right, kid?" I was like, huh? Yeah, I'm good. Watching TV, where's the TV at? Oh. Just watching TV, not nothing else, not staring at the wall or anything. Just watching TV. So, but I don't remember after the first time feeling that. I've definitely been around it a lot, though.
Oh yeah. Jeez, if I smoked around you, it would happen to me. It happened. It does. But I have to smoke. I'd have to hit it pretty good. If I kind of know a threshold. If I like just do a little bit, I'm okay. But I know if I get to a point, it's just like boom, and it hits you. I get pretty paranoid still.
What used to make me paranoid was before I was with you, and then I'd be like scared, like, oh my God, people are gonna know I'm high.
Yeah.
And almost blow my high, worrying if people knew I was high. But then that kind of went out the window after I started dating him, because he doesn't put shame on it.
Sure.
Yeah. So the way he is about it made me like feel less shame about it too. And then now it's just normal. So it's something not even to worry about now. Like, who cares if people think you're high? They're high too.
Right. Exactly. That's what everybody's doing.
And she knows that everybody that knows who I am thinks that I'm high all the time anyway.
Right.
I can wake up first thing in the morning and I get on my phone and leave my story for only wrestlers to be like, happy Friday, everybody. People be like, he is baked. Oh my God, look at him.
Yeah.
Rob, if you weren't smoking or anything like that, like I would never know if you're high or not. Like I would just not know.
Because he's already introverted.
Right. It's just like I know, and like even like when Nash is doing his podcast and I'm like behind the scenes and stuff like that, and like just out of nowhere he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm pretty high right now," and I was like, "He is?" Like I have no idea.
Because calmer people are harder to read.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really change me a whole lot anyway. It makes me more comfortable. I mean, people that don't understand that, you get used to almost any drug if you take it a lot. You know, caffeine, anything. It doesn't affect you the same way if you use it consistently because your body builds up a tolerance to it, and that's true with almost any drugs. You know, I'm sure there's some exceptions, but I don't know what they are.
Yeah, exactly. Katie, some of the chat is liking your outfit, and
thank you. Let me do a 360 for y'all.
All right.
So if you fell asleep, wake up.
And here's Lovey at the same time.
And there's Lovey too. Hell yeah.
Hey, mommy.
Look at that. Heck yeah.
Thank you for the compliment, y'all. I feel cute today.
Oh, look at this. Marco, happy Friday, everyone else as well. Check out RVD Glass. To get your RVD Glass products, everyone, the 3 collectible pieces are on sale now. Heck yeah, do it. Right up there. Rob's pointing at it. RVD420.com. Support our friends at Greek Glass. Marco's a great dude. Shout out to him. And
happy Friday, Marco.
Yes. Here's another favorite question. And this is, I don't think you have an answer for this one because this was I was older at this point when this became popular. Do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Charizard.
Oh, there you go.
Tubi.
Is that a Pokemon?
I don't know. It's a TV channel, but I always try to say it in a little.
He doesn't know any.
I don't know any.
No.
I do from my nieces and nephews and playing with them.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah. I never got into it. I was a little bit older at that point. I'm like, yeah, it was nothing I got into. I was more into wrestling at that point.
Nah. The answer is nah.
No. I don't. People ask here from time to time, Rob, though, do you have a favorite Ninja Turtle?
Raphael.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Donatello guy. Yeah.
Michelangelo is my second favorite because nunchucks are such a cool weapon.
They are.
Yeah. That's why for Michelangelo. Totally because of his choice of weapon.
That's it. Big incentive. Here's a Prince fact we got. Apparently, Jerry says, here's a fact. Prince song, I Feel You. He actually gave that song to Shaka Khan because he felt like that song sounded good. That took me a second. That's all I'm going to think about. That
song sounded better.
You know that song?
Yeah.
I'll have to play that. And now I'm going to think about Bobby Fulton singing.
Well, that was nice of him. That was nice of Prince to do that. He must have really cared about the integrity of the art.
Yeah.
A better person instead of taking the coins for it.
That's it. He like did a lot of that, I think, sometimes with the different artists.
Interesting.
We need to make a remix. So how does Chaka Khan say "You feel me"? Or no, "Feel me"? I feel you. What'd you say?
Let me see here, because I would have to hear the song to be familiar with it.
And I want to put in afterwards.
I feel you. The song is "I Feel You."
How do they say
Alexa, play "I Feel You" by Shaka Khan.
Mine heard it.
You said it.
Everybody's will be jamming to it.
Well, here it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody knows the song.
Oh, yeah. That's the only Shaka Khan song I even know, so of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know where he says, I feel you, but whatever.
Oh, man. I'm hearing it. He's like, you feel me?
We'll work it in.
We'll work it in. Alexa, stop.
Alexa, off.
That's
Now
so
we're
funny.
demonetized.
Alexa off.
Now we're demonetized and now 13 cents.
You're right. I'm gonna get flagged. I'm gonna get a strike on the channel. Let's see here. Man, we got a lot of questions in this time around. Frankie follows up when he was saying about your favorite wrestlers to watch. Apparently, he said, "I was wondering who Rob liked to watch from any era." So I think he so you mentioned Warrior.
Well, yeah, because I think about when I really enjoyed watching wrestling, and I mean,
Yeah,
since I became a wrestler, it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like watching work or watching other people work, and usually having strong opinions that sometimes aren't. You know what I mean? When I watch it, I have to critique it. You know what I mean? I can't watch it all. I go, oh my god! And if she's there, I try to point it out to her and stuff. You know, which is great. And then otherwise, I'm just like, man, it's just I wonder why nobody tells these guys these things. And anyway, it's not. I don't enjoy watching as much. So when I think about answering this question about enjoying watching wrestling, I think back to when I was a kid, and I loved watching Leaping Lanny Poffo, Randy Savage's brother. No one knew it was Randy Savage's brother back then, but unless you got the wrestling magazines, and really they kept that hidden for a long time. But I really enjoyed watching his moves, his moveset. It inspired me. Same thing with Brady Boone, and same thing with Owen Hart. And I also I really liked watching Hercules Hernandez, which is like way different than those guys. But and Ultimate Warrior, and I like watching Chris Benoit. You know, like he's really intense, and I can imagine right now while I'm trying to answer this question, I'm searching my brain for times I've watched wrestling and really enjoyed it. And I remember, man, when I was wrestling for All Japan, and maybe even before that, I was watching Chris Benoit wrestle Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah.
And they did some stuff that was just incredible that I hadn't seen before. It was like it was amazing. Like, whoa, look at these guys go. Same thing with Brian Pillman and Jushin Liger.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. So those are some answers that really stick out in my mind that I really enjoy. But there's a lot, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times if we're going to watch wrestling together, usually will only last like one match or so before so we'll fast forward through something and then I'll be, oh, cool, this should be good.
And we'll watch our friends.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
I get more excited than him. And he's like, baby, don't be a mark.
Well, she buys everything. It's just, yeah. I used to like watching the Rockers, you know, Shawn Michaels, Mario Jannetty wrestle against the Orient Express, Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was some good stuff.
Yeah, heck yeah. Ooh, I want to go back and watch some of that too now.
Hey, it's time for the NBA. Who's scoring big in the NBA this season? You are, with the new ways to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From monster slams to dishing the rock, you smell what I'm cooking, to cleaning the glass. Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. Plus, you can get some good odds on who will be the NBA Finals winner right now. You can get in on the Oklahoma City Thunder at plus 200. Holy smokes. Boston Celtics at plus 205. You can get Cleveland Cavs at plus 600. Or LA Lakers. LeBron and Luka kind of catching on a little chemistry there at plus 1600s. The lines and odds are subject to change, so be aware of that.
But here's something special for first timers. And new DraftKings customers, you can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Take to the rack with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code RVD. That's code RVD for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you just bet $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get the extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you receive prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in the line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. They always say first impressions are important. What about lasting impressions? Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code RVD at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code RVD to receive your first month free. Visit Blue Chew for more details and important safety information. And we, RVD and I, thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
What was I gonna say? You know what? I was watching some of Dynamite to catch up on it, and I just noticed so many false finishes. And I know that's kind of like an ongoing thing now. Yeah, it's been their thing, and it's just like I'm just like I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, this is like trying to scare somebody like several times, like a jump scare, like, huh! Okay, you might get him the first time, and then again, it's just like you keep doing it over and over. I'm not gonna get scared anymore. And I started thinking about more like that, and I'm just like, this is taking me out of like the excitement of watching wrestling in certain ways, and then like kind of looking at it more from a different perspective.
Yeah, it's hard when it changes. It's hard to get it back.
Yeah, right. That's a tough thing.
It kills me when they no-sell the finish, stand right up, and give the other guy a finish. You know, I saw a clip of that yesterday, and I don't want to bash anybody, personally, but dude takes dude sitting on, it's a three-way, dude sitting on his shoulders, wham, gets clotheslined off. But he does a flip, lands on his feet, so he no-sells it. But what about the clothesline? You just got throat crushed. Just because you land on your feet, you're strong enough to grab the guy, give him a German, give this guy, and then gets the Hurricane Rana that they do on the back. That's like really cool. They didn't used to do that.
Poison Rana, I think they call it, where it's like a reverse one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the brother took one, boom, stood right up. As soon as the guy turned around, he gave him one. Boom. Like, what?
Yeah, that takes me out of it too. I just can't. Let me see what else. So, okay, I started this one because it really made me laugh. This is Maddie. He says, Alexa, play Bad News Bobby.
Play Bad News Bobby, what?
Play Bad News Bobby. It's just like he named a song, Play Bad News Bobby. Like Bobby Fulton.
Yeah, Dynamite Kid was awesome. You're right.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's great. So, whoa, synchronicity there, because somebody asked about Dynamite Kid on Greg and Magnum earlier today. How about that? Wow.
Was it Jushin Thunder Liger that he wrestled, or it was some, or what? Maybe Dynamite Kid had some like amazing matches.
Oh, yeah.
With I think it was probably with Liger. Maybe
In Japan?
man, maybe it was Liger and everybody because Pillman and
Yeah, I mean Liger's.
I think Tico and Scorpio, and I do still like watching certain people. The girl in NXT. Who's the girl that I think her name might be Rachel something. There's something that there's. See, I can't even put her over, but she looks like different and unique, and she's really good, and it's really eye catching. I actually like watching her work. And
what moves does she do? Or can you describe what she looks like better?
Yeah, what's she look like?
She's got dark hair, and I think she wears a paint on her face, like a web.
Yeah, that's her.
She's really good.
Good, yeah.
And different, and the way that she moves, and the mindset that she's in when she's out there and everything. So,
yeah, just everything has a purpose with her movements, and that's something like with Rob. All his movements have reason. Like puts like everything he does is for a reason. Like it'll give him more momentum or something, and it's like he uses. Yeah, she doesn't waste anything. She's good.
That's awesome. Yeah, we were talking about that last week with Sabu, the little attention to detail, the in-between stuff.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Oh, Frankie said it. Dynamite Kid had those matches with Tiger Mask.
Oh, I knew it was someone different.
Yeah,
I knew it was someone before Jushin, but that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Those were definitely some inspiring matches when I was just really wanting to be a wrestler. Maybe I was starting to train or whatever, or somewhere around that time in my life. And that was incredible.
Yeah.
Go back and watch some of Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask. When I got to Japan too, they wanted me to they would compare me to Tiger Mask, like Tiger Mask could do this move where he runs up here in the corner and does a backflip. Can you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And like I did it, and they were like, oh, good. And I didn't want to keep it. It wasn't mine, but and one thing that was cool, which man, that'd be so hard to do right now, but I got this from him. But he'd stand on the apron and come in over the top rope, but by splitting his legs, And like I would do that, come over and split my legs to come over the top rope, and then like drop a leg. I think he would just do it to enter the ring or something, if I remember right. But that's really challenging to not get your foot caught up on the rope, and so that wasn't one that I kept in my repertoire too long. But I did a lot of things several times that I didn't keep, because of the risk factor.
Is there anything that you ever wish you would have kept though? Like that you look back on and be like, I should have held on to that one a little bit.
Or anything you forgot about it. You did it in the beginning of your career. And
there's a lot I forgot about. There's a lot I forgot about. I'll see it on videos. I'm like, I should. Oh, that's cool. I should do that again. Even the simplest thing, like Jericho was laying on the floor. You might have seen this clip, and I think it's Lulu Temple. I'm in the ring, and I have my back to the rope, and I just like flip back over the rope, and I do a moonsault to him on the floor. It's like so simple, but like it's getting play now, and it's like, who does that? It's just for me, yeah.
I liked in the beginning of your career when you would pin someone and do the model pose.
Yeah, I like that too. That was good.
Yeah. You should pull that one back out.
But you know what? I hate it when all the girls do this now.
But that's why it's cute for you though, because you were like, you're a boy.
This, like the first time or two I saw it, I was like, oh, all right, it's kind of cheesy, like exploitive, cute.
But sometimes when you're modeling, you have to do something with your hands. So that's why sometimes
that's the sexiest picture. Every time I see that, it makes me ashamed to be a man. I'm like, are guys like really looking at this and thinking like, oh my God, there's just something about that look. And they're like,
but you have to do something, and then switching it up is like It's not my go-to pose.
Yeah. Not my good. I need some freaking poses. I was trying to do like some promo pics for the local promotion that we have here, like with the IWC, and I'm like, I don't know how to. I'm like Ricky Bobby, like I don't know what to do with my hands, kind of thing.
You have to practice it in the mirror.
Yeah, I gotta try to think of
the
something.
cameras on you. You know what angles your best angle, what side of your face is the more flattering side.
Yeah. See, I gotta keep all that stuff in mind.
Yeah, and then when the camera's on you, bow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was the question before you said, or did I forget moves? Oh yeah, was there any that I wish
you would have
kept? I don't think so, because it's not like I really like threw any out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like every once in a while I would do a move just because I hadn't done it in years. You know, which is why I knocked myself out in TNA when I went up to the 5-star frog splash on Kenny Kingston, and I was like, you know, I haven't done a 450 in probably like 10 years. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it, you know, just so I know I can still do it. And I went, and then when I opened up, my face just like boom hit the mat so hard that it knocked me out, and I lost my memory. I couldn't remember the match or whatever. And 1 or 2 times that I've been out, but this one I was out on my feet. I still came up with stuff. I was just like, it took a while till I could hold on to a thought and it without losing my memory, because I remember going up to Dixie Carter or walking by her, and she was like, she goes, hey, how you feeling? I said, oh, fine. And you know, I said, I just can't remember my match. And I said, I feel fine though. And she goes, you remember telling me that like just a few minutes ago, right? And I was like, what?
Huh?
Like, are you serious? Like, I saw you. Like, I totally didn't remember that at all. She was like, go see the doctor right now.
You better go.
That was me just like going up to do a frog splash, and then up there deciding, you know what? I'm gonna do a 450 and just being a little bit slow, you know. And he rolled out of the way, and I went bonk. I lost my sense of balance. I was like rubber. My legs were rubbery, spaghetti legs, we call it, and I couldn't find up.
God, geez, oh man.
Yeah, that's one of the times. The only other time, was before I was in the business when I was a kid and got in a big fight and got a phantom football kick from somebody's brother who didn't like that I was on top of it. Yeah, and that one, like I feel like I was out for a while. Then.
Oh my God, he could have knocked your teeth out.
Well, that's what it's right there, though.
Yeah.
Really?
Is he still alive?
Your chip down there or something?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Always have been since I'm 17 or whenever this happened.
Damn. It's cute. It's like a little roller coaster. You just go down a little bit right there.
And the guy, he's got the same name as one of my favorite auditors, Jeff Gray. So I always think, wow. And he should be the same age. So I always think, what if that's the same?
What if it's
fucker? Yeah. But I was a big fat bald guy. So
it's young.
Frankie wants to know, do you have any more good travel lodge stories? We heard the New Jack one, obviously, but is there anything else that stands out to you from a travel lodge standpoint, Rob?
So I'm trying to think. Yeah, Gary Albright came in for one trip. I think just the only one trip, but Sabu was always bringing friends in, getting them tryouts, telling Paul he should use them. I was one of those that obviously got over.
Obviously, I mean,
but,
for Rob.
We when Sabu came to All Japan, because I always wrestled for All Japan since '93, since February of '93 until '99. It was always All Japan, and Sabu was wrestling for FMW, and then he was wrestling for New Japan. And then he came over to All Japan, and then we were together, and it was awesome for me because he taught me how to eat on the road, how to find gyms, a lot of stuff that I still was helpless to, and he made it a lot easier for me to be over there. But anyway, him and Gary became friends right away. And what I remember about the Travel Lodge is when we brought Gary to ECW, he and I were roomed together because that was back in those days where you would get booked with a roomie. And this was also during the Soma days when me and Sabu and Louis Spicoli would eat a lot of these muscle relaxers and just turn ourselves into zombies. Couldn't wait to do it after the match. Couldn't wait. Like whoever was on earliest on the show would be like, you gotta, you still got 3 more matches. I'm going to be fucking jamming, and look, in front, look, oh, you got to go work. Just stupid. It was, stupid, silly shit like that. But we obviously liked it. And the Soma, by the way, is the number one drug that's almost always 99.5% involved in the overdoses of the wrestlers. People don't know the difference between a muscle relaxer and a pain pill. It all sounds the same to them. I've noticed it's a very generalized discussion normally. But anyway, what I remember was being like, I don't know what they call it, 3 sheets to the wind or whatever.
Yeah.
I was very I don't know what all I was doing, to be honest. It was because back then I was in some experimental days where people would hand me stuff and I would just eat it and say, what was that? And it could be Valiums, and it could be Somas, could be Halcyons, could be pain pills, could be a combination of all of it. I could have had a couple beers. I don't even know. All I remember, though, is that the Travel Lodge was round. So if you kept walking down the hallway, it would just never end.
Yeah.
And I was I was doing what we called the Winnebago crawl because we did this a few times, but I was doing that on the wall at the hotel where I was just leaning on the wall. I was so tired and I just wanted to get to the room so bad. And I was like, walking with my hands on the wall, trying to looking at the room number, damn, what's mine again? And and I finally made it to my room, and I was like, oh, thank God, I can't wait to get to bed. And I go to open up the door, chunk, the chain's on it, and it stops. Oh, no, clunk, clunk, the chain's on there. And then Gary comes up there, and he's like, Rob. And I was like, hey. He's like, I got somebody in here. Can you come back in like an hour? And shut the door, and I was like, no. And I just like melted on the wall and just slithered down and sat there for a while. And maybe the whole time, I don't know if I got up and walked or if I killed the whole time right there.
Did you nap on the ground?
Maybe.
Felt like in front of the room.
Yeah, I was leaning on the wall in front of the room because it was so much work to walk and I didn't have anywhere to go and I just really wanted to go to bed.
Man. So me never being on Somas, does it completely does it zombify you? You're like, you don't have all your faculties kind of thing, or is it just like super relaxing? And what is kind of the effect for you?
I mean, if you take a ton like we did, then it kind of it eventually will turn you into a zombie. But the thing is that it provides a euphoria, like it does feel good, right? Mm-hmm. We used to like Pee Wee was the referee in HCW, right? He would travel with us in the Winnebago, and we would eat so much, maybe 5 at a time or something. I mean, sometimes it was a lot more, sometimes less, but that would be enough usually to really kick in. And there'd be like so much time we would know till it's going to kick in, and sugar would help kick it in. So we'd love like going to the diner and eating it, and then ordering like pie or something.
Yeah.
Eating all this pie, and pretty soon, and then we would be eating it, and then we were racing to see who could get there first. It was so stupid, but and we would have Pee Wee check us, and we'd be like, "Hey, ref," and we'd like give him our hand, and he would look at our fingers, and if we're not shaking, he'd be like, "Nope, not yet." You know, be like, "Damn," we'd be like eating more, waiting more, and then pretty soon one of us would be like, you know, like that. And he'd be like, "Up, he got it, you win."
We got winner here.
I know.
And nowadays that would be so much more dangerous with fentanyl and everything.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
These streets.
Yeah, I'm glad my experimenting days are over.
Yeah.
Crazy. And yeah, we would go. Louis would go to Mexico, to Tijuana sometimes, get like a jar of 500. Me and Sabu would pay for it, and then by the time Louis got it to us, like half of it's empty, and we'd have to fight him over that.
Give it, Louis.
Like, no, he go through. I remember him going through this excuse one time because we're like, "Louis, there's like 165 of them missing." He said, no, there's no way. And we'd be like, "Louis," and we go. And I remember him breaking it down one time. No, it couldn't be, because I remember like one time I filled up my little pill pack, but I know that only holds 12, and then I filled it up twice, and then afterwards, I remember I ate 5 with dinner, and then I ate 5 afterwards because I didn't feel that. He like went through and broke down in his mind all the times he took it to come up to the equation where it couldn't have been the number that we said. It was just a crazy conversation. And once Louis died, then I realized how dangerous that was. But before that, I was so stupid and oblivious to it. I don't know. I didn't know anyone. I knew of Eddie Gilbert, who I heard had overdosed on somas. I had heard, and I didn't know anything about it and what the deal was, and usually it's a cocktail. It's not just somas when they die. It's alcohol value. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. But business isn't like that anymore. Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure there's still some roadies outlawed. I don't know. Really, it's not. It's really not about that anymore. So
yeah,
pretty phased out, I would think. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's not a whole lot to that. Maddie says Sabu and RVD, good cop, bad cop movie with Maven. Right there. And then William Keller, thanks, William, just gave us $5 and says, "What's up, RVD?"
What's up, William Keller?
Hey, William.
Happy
Thanks
Friday.
for doing that, William. Heck yeah. Before we get to our other topics that we have lined up, did want to ask you, did you get to see any of the Rock's promo on Friday where he said he was going to take Cody's soul?
No.
They're pretty wild stuff. It's been talked about throughout the week and everything like that. And now we're going to get a decision here at Elimination Chamber. But it was like, I keep telling people this on the shows, is that I like anytime The Rock does something, I'm like thoroughly entertained. Like, it brings to a different level that I don't get that much with wrestling. But when The Rock is on and he's saying stuff and he's ripping on the crowd and all that kind of thing, I get like, I'm like busting out laughing and all that stuff. I don't get that often anymore. And it's kind of just refreshing.
He's good at everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, he's one of those people that we'll tune in for. I mean, if I know he's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not that often. It's kind of a special moment.
Yeah.
And I just saw Jim Bob. Did I collect the mini wrestler versions of me? Yes. There's TNA put out, I think, 3, and then I feel like I have 1 from a different company too, but I have them.
Are those the micro brawler things?
No, not those. There's those too, but no, these are like little tiny ones. There's one that's like me and Sting and Jeff Jarrett. They're really tiny. I got like one of them. You know what's funny? I noticed I have like maybe 3 action figures with a completely just red outfit, and this one of them was the little mini one. But yeah,
Huh.
isn't that crazy? Like at least 3, maybe 4, with no paint on it. And at first, I thought, oh, the toy makers just didn't want to put in an extra detail or whatever. But now I'm thinking like my very first outfit probably inspired that. But I did have airbrushing on it, just not that much. But I have a little me doing a flying sidekick with a lightning bolt on the leg, and that's not on the action figures.
Dang, you should bring that singlet back. You should get one.
I have it upstairs. I was looking at it, and I was thinking, I think I might do a video with it or something.
Yeah.
I
think that'd be neat to kind of bring that back, though. Like get Joel to maybe do you a new one or something like that.
Right.
Looks like that.
That would be cool.
Yo, Rob, we're going to take a quick time out just to say that this week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed. Get Blitzed Lit Aid Nano-Infused THC Syrup is a premium cannabis-infused syrup formulated with nanotechnology for fast-acting effects. And that advanced nanotechnology formulation allows for quicker onset and enhanced potency compared to regular THC syrup. It's Delta-9 and legal in all 50 states, every single one. And you have several syrups to choose from Blue Raz to key lime pie to pina colada to tiger's blood to cherry to grape. Just head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and get 15% off your whole order. Could be a bottle, could be a bundle, your choice. But yes, head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and it is by Mickey Ray Sinatra and Courtney. Take a look. Head to get-blitz.com, promo code RVD, get 15% off. It's one of a kind, baby.
Let me see. All right. Rob, did you want to talk about the did you want to talk about which one do you want to start with? The creative stuff or the
Yeah. Let me lead into that with this.
Okay.
So go ahead and put the screen on my big head here.
Oh, yes.
My RVD monologue time. So when you're famous, it probably doesn't surprise you that a lot of people fantasize about being you, and they like to think about what they would do different, what they would do to make you better, which really would only be a lesser you and more of a version of them, but they don't think about that. So obviously, I've had a lot of people in my whole wrestling career trying to change me, trying to give me unwanted advice on how I should change to be more like other wrestlers instead of standing out the way that I did. And you know, my career's pretty much been vindicated, and a lot of people admit that they're glad I didn't listen to them, and that's all cool. But even like back in like 3rd grade, when it's kids telling you, you know, that, hey, that shirt doesn't go with those shoes aren't cool, man. What are you doing wearing those? Whatever. It's part of life that is annoying, where people want to give you unwanted advice. Now there's a perspective, it's a stupid one, where people think, well, hey, you should always be ready and open for advice. Otherwise, how are you going to improve? What that reminds me of is when I was wrestling with WWE 5-6 days a week, boom, 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 all over the place. There was a question somewhere online where someone asked if I watched the other wrestling show that I wasn't on. And I said, no, I don't watch wrestling. I don't even really watch much TV. And when I do, it's not wrestling. And the reaction was like, well, that's kind of dumb. I mean, don't you think, obviously you'd want to get the edge up on the competition and be able to see what's going on if that's the business you're in. That's dumb, you know? And so there's always going to be like that opinion. And to those guys, to each his own. If that's how you would do it, great. There's a reason that you're not where I am. You can fantasize about it and about how you would change little things. I would just not swear, as much. And then, or he should, not smoke weed or whatever it is. Always something. And here on this platform, it's no different. When I look at the comments, people write the most ridiculous comments. And everyone's got a right for their opinion. I just want you to know, if you're sending these comments, that I take them as unwanted advice. That there's been on there. Someone said, if his wife's on there again, I'm unsubscribing. See you later. Can you imagine? And there's people tell me I need a different host. There's people that tell me all kinds of stuff about what they would change. And really, it's like, dude, keep your fantasies to yourself about being me. The choices that you make got you where you're at. The choices that I make got me where I'm at. All right. So there's a few messages that I want to show everybody that I got. I think that they came to robvandam.com, if I'm not mistaken, and like Chris forwarded the messages to me. Apparently, Three Stooges together, if it's not the same person, sending me this message about how, well, why don't you just pull them up? And here's the thing. It's so long, guys, that I'm going to leave it up there so you can read it, but I'm going to try to blur through it with my commentary narrative. Okay, here we go. So this is one of them. Bye, baby.
See, Katie.
Yep. As you can see, it says 51% of kratom users continue to consume mitragynine and their alkaloids when consumed over 14 days consecutively. Yeah, whatever. I'm one of them. Whatever. All mammalian brains have 6 mu receptors, and there's absolutely no such thing as a victim gene. It's okay to admit, addiction, but to put forth dangerous misinformation is ethically unacceptable. You also posted a video with the most nonsensical understanding of organic chemistry I've ever seen. We found a drug that is basically meth that we like to take when we can find it. And they put that in quotes.
Yeah.
Quite by RVD, as if I actually said that. Like Katie and I go out just looking for drugs, and if we can find this one, it's like meth. Well, I may have used meth as a comparison to something that gave us energy. I really don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and I really don't even know what the fuck meth feels like because I've never done it. But one thing's for sure, this guy is very much entitled. He has a sense of entitlement. Let me put it. Oh, put the thing back up there.
Oh, okay. I was just going to let you talk a little bit.
No. I'm just saying this guy, he thinks that he's really something. Okay. You also post, okay, boom, boom, boom. By RV, in quotes, flagging your videos for harmful misinformation, citation, blah, 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 blah. I work in addiction, blah, blah, blah. No, your receptors are absolutely no different than anyone else's. Well, all of our receptors are at different stages of how sensitive they are to what you're giving them. Doc, for instance, if you drink 12 cups of coffee and I drink 0, our receptors are not going to react the same way when we each have a cup of coffee in the morning. If it's my first ever. Anyway, I sometimes you should rise above and not let people like this get under your skin. But I'm sharing this with you people so you can see what I'm dealing with. Your imbecilic narrative about a victim gene doesn't exist. Further shows your ignorance. It's okay to admit addiction. Yeah, I talk about it all the time. You are embarrassing yourself at this point. Thank God he told me I should be embarrassed. Okay, I'm forwarding this to YouTube review board as your blah, 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 blah. You need to invite me on your show. Or feel free to invite me on your show. You need a lesson on OChem, PChem, basic biology, and pharmacokinetics. Okay, yeah, now you can put it on me. Yeah. So first off, let me tell you what this dude's talking about with victim gene. Have you heard me talk about it?
You might have brought it up. I don't remember, though.
Of course not, because I said it one time with sarcasm. Think about that. what would a victim gene imply? Like you're actually born with unluckiness?
Yeah.
What kind of an idiot would you have to be to actually believe there's such a thing? So what they're talking about, and by the way, I've seen the term victim gene the most from these Three Stooges letters. Besides that, if memory serves me right, which I got a pretty good memory, the only time I mentioned victim gene was in sarcasm to one of these guys' comments, because I don't even know what it was about, but I saw a comment. I thought it was on X, but maybe it was a YouTube comment where one of these guys, like we said, if it's not the same guy, you know, one of these three guys, wink, wink, said something about how could he be so irresponsible to talk about something that's so addictive. And I don't even know what the comment was referring to, but my response was, well, people can become addicted to anything if they have and I started thinking, you know, now there is an addictive gene. People are born with an addictive gene. They have higher chances of getting addicted to stuff, whatever. Okay. There's also a victim complex, which is people that always think like they're the victim. Things are out of their control. You know, oh, poor me, poor me. It's more of a philosophical kind of mindset. And so what I creatively did was I combined them to make my point. And I said, people can become addicted to anything if they have and I think I even put it in quotes. I'm not sure, but victim gene, if they had the victim gene, because if I said if they have the victim complex, that makes it sound like there's still something you can do about it. If I say you have a victim gene, that furthers your point that everything's beyond your control. You're just helpless. You're a victim with everything in life. Poor you, you're unlucky. Do you get that?
I get that, yes. Yeah.
Okay, well, these three idiots apparently think that I'm trying to preach to people that you're actually genetically predispositioned to be unlucky. That's how smart this guy is. Okay, put his letter back up, bro.
Do you want the same one or a different one?
Same
Same
one.
one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to this. All right. All mammalian brains have 6 mu receptors. Now, I got to admit, when I first read this, I didn't know what an mu receptor was. Now that I've had some time to look it up, I didn't bother. I still don't know, and I don't give a fuck what an mu receptor is. This is not my conversation. This is this guy and his idiot buddies getting together for a circle jerk. Sounds like you have a really fun conversation talking about mu receptors and mammalian fucking hard-ons. I don't give a shit. I don't know any of this stuff. And if you're coming to One of a Kind podcast for medicinal advice, you're as stupid as you sound. Go ahead to the next one.
Sure.
Just wanted to let you know okay, this is one of the other letters. Okay.
Yes.
A compilation video going around Reddit and Twitter showing you speak about illegally obtaining modafinil and claiming kratom is non-addictive despite blah, 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 blah. Rob, as an attorney and a fan, I suggest removing those videos, Rob. This is a well-respected physician, and he uses your own words about a victim gene, which is what will 100% assure a loss in court. 100% sure I'm going to lose in court because this attorney knows that I want people to believe you're genetically predispositioned to be unlucky. Good luck, attorney. If this guy's an attorney, I'm a fucking judge, by the way. In essence, you brought this on yourself. And frankly, it's morally wrong to profit over others suffering and advertising the sale of these substances when there's over 100 studies published just through teaching hospitals in the United States. Be careful. Ooh, okay. Why? I don't know if that's it sounds like it's the same
It's the same dude, right? It's like, this guy's such a smart scientist. You better listen to him. Like, it's just
right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and 100%. I mean, I might as well fucking prepare for jail right now.
Right. You're good.
I mean, this attorney says that he's going to use my own words against me. Put that back up there.
Sure.
Okay, so of course, kratom can be addictive. People can be addictive to anything. I say that all the fucking time. People can become addicted to fucking sugar, coffee, fucking whatever. Doesn't mean everyone is going to. Okay, no, there's not misinformation. The victim Jane, dude, really fucking Okay. Okay, so here's how I'm taking this right here. Okay. Obviously, this guy doesn't like kratom. And go ahead and put it back on me. On my beautiful face. Okay. Do you know how long I've been a marijuana advocate? Since like 97 or 98. And it used to be that I worked really hard at it because people didn't know. And people thought I was an idiot when I would tell them the cigarettes are killing them and the marijuana is not. No one's ever died from overdosing on marijuana. They can't. People didn't know that, didn't believe me. Now people know at least that cigarettes are bad. They don't know yet that marijuana can extend your life expectancy, and that's going to take some time. But people know that marijuana is not that bad. It's legal almost everywhere. But over the years, there's been so many times where people like this idiot doctor, lawyer guy, where they think that they have all the facts. And so the opposite side is completely ridiculously idiotic. It has all the appeal of having a debate over which political party is right and which ones are idiots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're on one side of the fence, the other side is complete. There's been so many times with marijuana that I've heard doctors be like, oh, but you can die from it. I had a cancer doctor tell me that you can die from marijuana. I said, show me where the death is reported that it's caused, because I need to know this. I might be telling people the wrong information. Well, it's in the medical journals. I said, where? I'm pretty sure it's not, Doc. And he said, I can tell you two people, Bruce Lee and Bob Marley.
What?
Believe it or not, I swear to God, a cancer doctor at the City of Hope in California told me that. And when you're a doctor, you're taught certain things from a book, not from real life, but from a book. And hey, sometimes that's where you get your education. It's kind of hard to argue against real life, though. And a lot of the stuff that I learned, especially about kratom, is real life from my firsthand experience. And if people want to hear my firsthand experience, what I do, what it's like, I'm going to share it. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? Because a book says that it's not going to do what it does for me. That doesn't make sense to me. And the guy, the doctor, it's like he's entitled. He feels an entitlement to be looked at as intelligent and valid when he uses the doctor. Okay. My first thought, and no offense to people in the medical field, everyone's different, but we all know doctors that have misdiagnosed shit that are wrong. And you know what they always say every time you say the doctor got it wrong? That's why they call it a practice. I think about, I become hypoglycemic. And first time I had a doctor diagnose it, he said I had a hyperactive adrenaline gland. Way the fuck off. And then after that, the doctor said that we should look at Crohn's disease, and that a lot of my symptoms were leaning towards that. This same doctor also misdiagnosed my evil ex's cancer. Wow. Told her to eat more fiber and come back in a couple months. Now, I don't like people to be held accountable, so I'm not going to mention any names, but that was Dr. Taub in San Pedro, California, that made those fuck ups. And we all, like I said, know doctors that are fucking way off base. That's why they call it a practice. So anyway, for this guy to throw in doctor as an intimidation factor, as if I'm supposed to be scared of it, it's laughable. All right. Show the next one.
Yep.
Why is RVD openly promoting legal and illegal drug use? What? All right. We find it very disturbing that Rob admitted procuring modafinil when we can find it, and cheeringly referring to it as working like me, pound. Okay, whatever. Then he goes on to dry scoop kratom and encourage his audience to use mitragynine alkaloids as being safe. This is highly responsible. This information. Rob made a comment to a physician in the comments that it's only addictive to those. Aha! So see, that was them.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew it. Memory serves me well. They said that I was irresponsible because it's addictive, and I said anybody can get addicted to anything if they have the victim gene, which I think is even in quotes, which I'll go back and look for evidence when I go to court and have to defend myself, because obviously this attorney is looking at litigation, because obviously me sharing things. Hey, show me, by the way. Obviously, show my face again real quick.
Sure.
Okay. I just want to tell you that, I mean, obviously he knows what he's talking about when it comes to breaking the law. So, you know, I don't want to push his wrong buttons or anything. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, kratom is not medicinal. It's not a drug. It's not recognized by the FDA. It's not illegal. In certain places, they have it prohibited. We're not in those places. Let me see. And by the way, this thing about modafinil, I'm positive that I didn't say that because I don't even know what the fuck that is. That word has never come out of my mouth. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but if you guys are complaining to YouTube, you're a bunch of bitches. Let me see the letter again.
Sure.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one. Yep.
Okay. It's only addictive for those with the victim gene. Not explaining that it mimics opiates, interacts with 6 different. Oh, there's those MU receptors. It's the same guy, or maybe they're in a circle jerk talking about MU in the brain. It's a bad look. Rob literally and willingly advertises complete ignorance of how these substances even work and the dangers associated in using them. Reel them in. YouTube has been contacting the Reddit threads are growing. Okay, great. So according to this guy, these idiots, stooges, are on Reddit talking shit that's not even true, telling people that I believe that there's a gene that can make you a victim. Here's the thing. I think there's more, because I remember reading a complaint that I was recommending medicine or something like that. I thought. But anyway, I read it once before and then just skimmed through it with you guys. But okay, so here's the deal. You think it's illegal for me to give advice? I just want to say I advise you 3 amigos, the doctor, the attorney, and the other guy, to all find a bag of dicks and go eat them. Go eat them. And this is going to relieve pain, because you're a pain in my ass. It's going to make me feel better. So that you might want to check and see if that falls in the lines of medical advice for our upcoming litigation. I recommend you guys fuck off. Keep your masturbatory fantasies about how you would be RVD differently if you had my plateau, and instead make your own plateau. Get your own, not plateau. What's the word I'm looking for? It's
a pedestal?
A platform, not a plateau.
Yeah.
See, I'm not claiming to know what MU receptors and I don't even know what half of those words are. Whatever you're talking about with your buddies, your fun buddies in the circle jerk, fuck off and keep it to yourself. And if you're gonna complain to YouTube like a Karen bitch, then you're gonna get treated like one. Karens. And I get it, you don't agree. Oh, did you see that, by the way? In case you missed it, I'm going to do another dry scoop for you. This is mitragynine. This is kratom. And this is for you, jerk-offs. And so I hope to hear from you guys again. I'm shaking in my boots about the litigation because I've broken the law talking about some illegal drugs. And dude, when you put things in quotes, you're supposed to that's what they actually said. Anyway, there definitely is another thing because there is another one, dude. There's another one I didn't send you then because it says,
really?
Yeah, it's a threat. It's something about, as an attorney, you should take my advice before you're something about my employer. Because I was like, dude, everyone knows wrestlers are independent contractors. I'm my employer. But anyway, guy, we got you outed. We know you're an idiot for all of these reasons and more. And if you don't like kratom, I'm okay with that. If you don't like Polish people, I'm okay with that. You got a right to be stupid. I will fight for your right to be stupid. But I'm also going to tell you you're stupid when you show me how stupid you are on my show.
Right. Yeah. No, there must have been another one that we didn't get.
Yep.
So.
Damn it,
Bobby. Well,
like I said, I think it was sent. I don't even know which page they would be complaining to.
That's the thing too, is when you sent me that, I'm like, we've talked about kratom a couple times on here, but it's like you never said anything that was like, and this guy just, and I think it's a guy. I think it's one person just like creating these characters. So it's like, oh, we got a team together going after Rob, and it's like all this crap. It's, oh my God. And what a weird angle to take too. It's just like, oh, I want to preach because I know the medical field, or he acts like he does. It's just,
your receptors are no different than anyone else's, Rob. It's okay to talk about addiction.
Your imbecilic nature.
Yeah. I like the mammal fucking
mammal, whatever the fuck. Come on. Get a life, people. What the heck?
Anyway, that's cool. If you're anti-kratom, I happen to get great results from it. And so when people want to either get off of the controlled substances or need help solving pain, anxieties, sleeping, I will continue to recommend what works for me. Thank you very much, Dr. Attorney.
Other person, whatever.
Third guy.
Third
Reddit gang.
Reddit people.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's really catching on like wildfire on Reddit, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, how stupid would you have to be to actually believe that you could be born and just be naturally unlucky because it's hereditary? Like, it's hereditary. Oops. Sorry, my fault. Whoops. Oh, sorry, man. I got the gene.
I got the victim.
I'm a victim. People take advantage of me all the time. There's nothing I can do about it. And you want my wallet? Here.
Oh, you got it.
I got the gene.
I got it. Seth appreciates it. He says, thanks for the $20, Seth. He says, RVD spitting fire tonight. Drop some RVDology on these negative creeps. P.S. Can you tell me Katie's finished so I can look for it on the 20th? Who's she wrestling that night? Does she have an opponent for only wrestlers yet? Or
yes, I think we talked about it. Maybe it's Danny.
Okay. I thought that was for the March 6th show with.
It is. Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he means for the only wrestlers show.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that one. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing there. Right now, there's a little mystery in that moment right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Katie told me her finish a couple weeks ago, but was it a Samoa? Doesn't she do like?
That's the second time that came up tonight because she was saying someone asked her.
Yeah.
And she was like, what is it? A Samoan, I guess. So she, she doesn't really wrestle that much, but she didn't even know her own finish. She does different versions of a Samoan drop, and she does a submission. We talked about it's like the Muda ankle lock, and then in the arch back. She likes doing those two the most. I'm bad at fucking opening my mouth, but I just love giving people the instant real knowledge as soon as I have it. I think that don't come to watch her wrestle because there's a chance that might be changed.
Okay. All right, guys. So there you go. But March 20th could be going to be a good show. Only Wrestlers. Be sure to check it out. Go to onlywrestlers.com right now and get an account. And you can subscribe, like we said, and check it out. Depending on if they're on the card, you can watch it on their channel, or you can watch it on the Only Wrestlers channel that's on there. Onlywrestlers.com. Sign up now.
Dr. Robert Mackey. I didn't mean to leave the guy's name out, but I just happened to hear guy. I mean, he obviously wants on the show.
His publications are all over on the internet. I Googled him. I found so much information. He's a wealth of knowledge. Wow. Yeah, very much heed his advice, everyone.
It's all about the MUs.
MUs, the receptors. I think they're working on a 7th receptor too, if I'm not mistaken. But lots of journals to crack open. He's got a lot of those websites that you can check out, everybody. So look at that. Seriously, I Googled him. There's nothing popped up. And his email address is very fake. Well, it's real, but it's not what a doctor would have for an email address. Let's just put it that way. All right. Rob, speaking of imbecilic nature, we got a certain crime family to talk about, don't we?
Yeah, Bobby doesn't like Dr. Robert Cockenmouth, whatever. Dr. Robert Mackey. That business Bobby doesn't like you taking all of the heat away. So, I'm not known as being confrontational. So pretty soon I'm going to have half my show dedicated towards people that I got to slap back if you guys don't start behaving. And that's not normally how I stay balanced. But anyway, in the interest of staying balanced, I just grabbed a few, and I swear there's so many of these complaints that I've been telling you about with the people have been sending me with the crime family. And so I just picked like 3 or 4 or whatever, just so we could talk about them. Just a friendly reminder that Bad Business Bobby Fulton is a horrible person. He's a scumbag. Look at my history and my peers. I've worked with rapists, pedophiles, murderers, and I'm telling you that Bobby is not a good person. He's a scumbag. And let's look at some of the things that I sent in real quick.
All right.
The ones from the game, all the complaints, the crimes or whatever, like some of them are still in halves or unorganized. So I want to try to like find the other halves and put them together and whatever. Next show next week will be, I think, like one day before the big reboot show, because his show I think is on the 8th. And by the way, if you have that poster too, if you're in the Ohio area, there's a great wrestling show next week. Look at that.
Nothing but a good time.
Boom, Cactus Jack and Matt Riddle,
JBL.
Yeah. And this is in Hamilton on the 9th. Wow, wasn't McFoley also in the one on the 8th? Because remember we were saying, look, he got him 3. They got 3 in a row. Like, but they did the same thing here, but it's not the same poster, obviously.
No. And plus the other faces of Foley are smaller on this one. It looked like it was 3 different people on the other one.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, just a quick reminder, if you want to see wrestling next week, make sure you know about that one. And there's so many, and I got screenshots is what I have. So from the Facebook messages or Instagram or instant message, whatever. But next week will be the last chance to try to really, really, wish Bobby a lot of good luck and a send off before his show. So we'll have something special next week. Yes. But right now, let's look at just some of these really fun messages. People like to get together, and when they talk about Bobby and Dildo, these are the kinds of things that they say.
Here's one regarding, I believe, some Steiner Brother merchandise. So here, this is this one right here.
Right. Those Heinz boys also lied to me. They took weeks to send shit bought after telling me they'd ship Monday over and over. And and at their last show, the Steiner prices were 80 for autographs on a post they had. Come showtime, it was all the 120 for the autographs. So now my son's NWO onesie wasn't even signed by them. Dylan is the true piece of shit. Love you, Rob.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zach Miller.
Thank you, Zach. This one's Mike Thompson. He talks about getting some bad packages, I think. I think that's what this one is.
And I think that's his poster that we just showed, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, because, he's the one that Bobby referenced the fake thing from the Bible.
Right. He left a voicemail on Mike Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch who you guys send mails into. This was a package I received back from World Classic Professional Big Time Wrestling. Bad Business Bobby, a.k.a. Bobby Fulton, a.k.a. Jimmy Hines, and his son Dildo Hines, a.k.a. Dylan Hines. This was when they had Sting in. Okay, yeah, I heard Sting doesn't want to work with them anymore either.
Wow,
this is how they return their customers' mail in to me. Most of the items didn't get signed. Don't waste your time or money with these clowns or take the chance of your items being destroyed or lost in the mail. And there's a picture. And yeah, it's not, I don't know if it's, he said this is how they come back. And I think it was damaged or something, but
yeah, the title is all over the place. It looks like, I'm trying to pull it up on my phone again to see if I get a better look. Yeah, here. Can't find it. Shit. Well, 1 second. Oh, here it is. It just looks like it's really disorganized and out of place, and it does look dinged up. The title does not look in pristine condition. I'll say that.
Yeah. So I got a lot of these mentioning different wrestlers and different ways they've been screwed out of mail-in orders. What else we got?
So we got this one is from Bachelor Benjamin. I think he was in a match and Bobby had some criticisms or something. So read the bottom one's the first one, I think, Rob. It sounds from the way the message is.
I worked for Bobby Fulton only one time. I called a finish where my pants got pulled down from a sunset flip. I didn't show my ass or any bits, just my trunks underneath. Bobby screams at me and my opponent in the back in front of Mr. Hughes and Billy Gunn. How professional. And how we brought how professional and how we brought the backyard into the business. A freaking 1980s finish, which I know he's done. Then he pays us $10 each and tells us how much he loves us, even though we were unprofessional. Him and his son are clowns. Okay. Thank you for sharing the story.
Yes. Then speaking of thank yous, Kevin just sent you a thank you. That was this one here.
Oh, cool. Been waiting for someone to take down the Hines crime family for a couple of years now. And it looks like that was you. This was probably maybe before the reboot, the big reboot, but we're still taking him down. Bobby's my bitch, whether he knows it or not, as long as he's in the business. I'm going to keep reminding you guys, and I'll remind him too. Shocked. And it was, I've been aware of the shady tactics they've been pulling for a while now. Shocked that talent was still willing to work with them. But I just wanted to say thank you, sir. Yep. Appreciate that, Kevin. And I keep saying that about the talent. That's the way this business is. When a lot of guys really want to get work. So like whenever there's a chance for guys to get booked and get work, it's always like a good thing for everybody. At least that's how I always see it,
Yeah.
So as much as I would like to see Bobby fail, at the same time, I don't blame anybody for going and trying to, try to do the job and get paid. Of course, they will get screwed over, and of course, Bobby will bury himself. All you got to do is give him a chance to give him a little free reign, and he's definitely going to do himself in. And I'm looking forward to hearing about the people that he screws over on this one as well. But I definitely wouldn't blame or tell anybody not to go. I've had lots of people that have told me, man, I was going to go to that show. I'm not even going to go now, Rob. Thanks for, letting me know what's up. I wouldn't tell people not to go, but when they tell me stuff like that, I'm all right with that. I'm like, well, that's cool. You know, go to this other show on the
Yeah.
9th.
Mm-hmm. Right. It seems like a lot of the same talent there, and it seems like a more reputable promotion, obviously. Here's the
like what a horrible reputation these guys have.
Right. The other one you sent me was a message from Dildo, right?
I don't remember what I sent you. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here's
this.
Here's
an update. Okay, here's an update from Dildo. I hate to think I may have to begin legal proceedings against Jimmy Hines, but he's been warned to stop his actions and hasn't stopped. If you are friends with him, please pass the message. He's blocked me to where I can't contact him, but he's attempting to access my bank account and more. I was contacted and told his name and his area by different accounts. That's just what a great family dynamic that they have going.
Right.
Asshole raising a junior asshole. And truth is, Dildo's got hope. Like, I think, you know, that he's actually got like a good side to him, because I was able to get along with him for a long time just by connecting on that level. He didn't always stay there, but I could meet him on a certain level. And I think him realizing how evil his dad is right now, he's Luke Skywalker, realizing that his dad's Darth Vader, and he wants to go against him and stop him. And really, I guess what I'm saying here is, should we have Dildo on next week's special show right before the big reboot, so he can tell us about the way his dad trained him to be such a prick, such a rotten people, how his dad taught him, don't give a fuck about anybody, just get their money. Once you got their money, it's done. Deny everything, lie, attack.
Play nice guy.
Really? I mean, you got to admit there's some value in that.
Yeah.
What's the chat room thing?
It'd be interesting. Should we get Dildo on the show?
I mean, he's still gonna be him, you know.
Yes. Kyle says yes, please. Maddie says he will be spammed.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. That's a thought.
Give that rat some cheese. That's what he says.
Yeah. Well, hey, so we want next week's show to be special anyway. So, all right, what else you got?
That was it for the messages.
Okay.
Maddie does add too for a super chat. Are we long lost cousins, Rob? Move over, Austin RVD 316.
There you go. Which, by the way, 420 in Las Vegas. Are you gonna be? You're gonna be here for WrestleMania?
I'll be here. Yep, I'll be there Thursday, at least Thursday through Tuesday, I think.
On RVD 420, we're having a after party at the Nerd Bar.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
All right. That's sweet. Nerd Bar's a blast. Well, I might be doing on Thursday. I might be doing a live show there with my daily wrestling show. Maybe
at Nerd Bar.
At Nerd Bar, yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be involved all week. Johnny's a really big wrestling fan, and he loves working with all the guys, and everybody knows him. And so maybe I'll see if he wants to do a trolley tour that week. But I'm going to be pretty busy that week too.
Yeah.
Trolley. We did a couple tours, and then it's just kind of, I think it's been sitting ever since. But
that'd be sweet though.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
How about that?
We got a little time to put it together.
Yeah. There's some time going on. I'm pumped though. Vegas and WrestleMania should be, man, real good times. Man.
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
Maddie
got the action figure and bonus stuff that I sent him all the way to Australia from.
He did.
Wrestling.
He sent me pictures that he got some of your stuff. Awesome. Yeah, and he had your rolling papers too, which is sweet.
Yeah,
he had the rolling papers.
That's right. I got to put the box on the store. Got to put more items in the store. People ask for autographed pictures and stuff, and there's nowhere else where you can get them personalized to you, because I don't have an office with somebody that does that for me. So I have to get him myself and sign them myself, and then either me or KD or somebody has to actually mail them. But that's cool though. Another thing that makes Only Wrestlers special.
That's it. Super sweet space. Go to like I said, go to onlywrestlers.com now. Sign up now if you haven't, and get in the mode for WrestleMania season. Plus this upcoming live show that the Only Wrestlers are doing March 20th in Los Angeles. Let's see what else. There was something, a comment I wanted to put up on there. Oh, yeah. So Candido fan, who's a regular, is Mike Thompson. I did not know that. He said there is a video on my YouTube on me in the mail and package. So,
yeah, I did see it too.
Yeah. Okay.
It shows it. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Mike, if you can, go email me at dpdangelo@gmail.com and share me the link as well. I'll take a look at it. Cool. Anything else, Rob, that you want to talk about or touch upon before we?
I think I'm good, dude.
Yeah, I think it's been a good, productive show. We learned a lot about the effects of kratom from this expert. So
and MU receptors.
Yes.
Mammals.
Mammograms.
Mammograms.
Memory. Animal crackers.
Yeah, thank you for the education. And I learned also I need to be a little more careful because I'm going to end up handcuffed for suggesting that people use kratom or that I tell you that I use kratom, and if you want to know what I use to help with pain, it's kratom, and also the dry scoop, and I'm going to make sure and be more careful on that. I didn't realize that was illegal, immoral, imbecilic, and I didn't realize none of that. So I appreciate that, Dr. Attorney Robert.
Dr. Attorney Robert, Reddit Robert, whatever your name is. But guys, oh, look at that. Yes. Get those receptors going, Rob.
My MU receptors. Whoa.
Oh man. Things are nuts.
See,
hey,
court attorney.
Maybe you can seek some rate us 5 stars if you like what you're seeing on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, whichever one you listen to on your audio podcast feed of choice. You can also go to, like I said, Only Wrestlers, sign up there. If you haven't yet, like, share, subscribe on RVD's YouTube channel and on rvdtv.com. That's where all the episodes drop every Monday, full episodes. And then I post clips throughout the week on rvdtv.com. And you can subscribe and share that out. If you would like some fun, exclusive RVD merch, you can go to 1tsport.com. Get yourself some cool stuff, some classic RVD tees, but some original work too. Going to make some new stuff too. And I got to get better at promoting all the merchandise on there. So be on the lookout for that stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to plug. You can still get RVD rolling papers at RVD.robvandam.com, Rob, or it leads you to that.
Yeah, yep, you can. And yes, Jay Brezzi, I would say that the Heinz crime family has the asshole gene.
Yes.
Oh. You can read about it on Reddit after this.
Check it out up on Reddit. Seth posted a quick super chat. Oh, for $5, he put Dr. Robert Reddit Esquire. So there we go. Shout out.
Hopefully we'll hear more from those three guys.
Those three experts.
I swear there's one more. I don't know where.
Well, let's see there. If it's the Stooges, we got Larry, Curly, Mo, and then maybe Shemp. So we're waiting on Shemp.
Yeah. There's something about my employer, something. Yeah.
What other character is going to get introduced? That's going to be the question.
I'll bring it next week if I find it. I don't know how I lost it, but somewhere, God darn it, somewhere there's one more of those. Yeah, it must be further down in the thread, maybe. Oh no, that's not it.
We'll get some more messages maybe.
So guys, Dr. Robert will be giving he will be giving exams to check to see if you have the victim gene.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the it's always raining gene.
Oh, the Charlie Brown gene, also known as.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Some people, they just, it's hereditary, man. It's hereditary.
Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out.
And then also, of course, on the other side of the coin, there is the lucky gene. So the good fortune gene, it's also known as. So sometimes that's just passed down in your bloodline, and then life can be just magical for you if you have the good luck genes. So we'll talk about more about those too, and we're going to get examined and do the genealogy MU receptor work.
Yes. And if you have the lucky gene, you're just in time for St. Patrick's Day coming up. So feel that. Feel that. That's when it charges up, I hear, actually, around this time.
Nice. Yeah.
If it's in your genes. So, all right.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you. We're going to go other end of the rainbow here. We'll see you next time here on One of a Kind with who? It's RVD.
All right. Thanks, Van Dam fam. Everybody have a great evening.